I, male 21, caught my girlfriend, female 22, in a lie that would have gotten my little sister, female 11, in big trouble. To get to the point, my little sister lives with me since about 4 months ago because my mom's house is not a good place for children. Long story for another subreddit. So my sister has been good so far, way better grades in school. She's happier and has a new interest in sports and normal kid things. So we're kind of a happy bunch, except for one thing. My girlfriend is not thrilled that my little sister lives with us. It has made her extremely resentful towards my mom for being such a whatever she is, and my mom deserves it. But I spoke to my girlfriend about not letting my sister know how she feels so she doesn't feel unwanted, but this has not been the case. I found out. Shit. My sister has chores that she has to do, and she has additional chores that she does to earn her money for extra things like going to movies or for yogurt with her friends. Nothing big, no child labor laws are being violated or anything. But from the beginning, my sister has missed on doing some of her basic chores, cleaning her room, her bathroom, making her bed, vacuuming, some kitchen stuff. My girlfriend was constantly doing it to pick up the slack and letting me know about it. I kept my sister home from some things she wanted to do with her friends and was even more mad that she would lie and deny she didn't clean her bathroom, for example. I came home several times to find my sister outside playing with friends, only to walk inside and find my girlfriend making her bed or cleaning her bathroom. Girlfriend's enabling it at this point, which feels weird. My sister flat out started accusing my girlfriend of lying, but not to her face, just privately to me. Then on Saturday, I came home after grocery shopping. I asked my sister to put away all the groceries in the right place. I had to run back to the store. I went into the backyard to grab some tools out of the shed that I needed to return to my friend on my way to the store. While I was on the phone with my friend from the backyard, I could see my sister put away all the groceries. Then she got picked up by her friend's mom for a birthday party. I was in the backyard longer than expected, and I saw my girlfriend walk into the kitchen after my little sister left and literally pull out all of the groceries from the fridge, cupboards, and everywhere else and stuff it back in the bags. This bitch maniacal. I wasn't sure what was going on. I was in so much denial, I guess, that I didn't immediately figure it out. I actually went out the side gate and drove to my friend's. I was at his house. My girlfriend calls and tells me that my sister left to the party and left all the groceries out everywhere in the kitchen. I don't know why, but I was so distracted that day I didn't figure it out until I got the call. I have no excuse for that other than I had a lot on my mind the last week. I briefly told my friend, male 50s, about this. He was like, "You have to break up with this girl." I really am in love with my girlfriend, but this is kind of big because it makes my sister's past claims suddenly seem true. To conclude here, I came home and my girlfriend was putting all the groceries away that my sister had purposefully neglected to do. I was so shocked that I watched her finish the chore without saying a word as she went off about my not being able to parent properly and imply my sister needs a different place to stay. I confronted her after she was done, but I can't even remember the reasons she gave me. I was dizzy from just pure disbelief. I know that groceries is not a big deal, but my head was just spinning as my girlfriend cried and told me she was just trying to prove her otherwise valid point. I asked her to leave for a few days, but now I'm feeling guilty and confused what the right thing to do is. She's been calling me, and I don't want to drag this on forever without a decision for everybody's sake, but I have zero idea what to do. Edit! After typing this and reading it over, it hit me way harder how insane this is. I just needed to put pen to paper and get it decluttered somehow. I'm more relaxed and see more clearly. I know exactly what I have to do and want to do. Thanks for all the comments. I didn't mean to sound so clueless. Additional info from OP. We're not even to the update. Little background. My mom is a addict. My dad died 6 years ago. My mom has turned her house into a party house. I enlisted but got hurt and discharged 7 months in. Came home to find my sister living in a very bad place and she was completely miserable. She has to go live with me. I bribed my mom into letting me have legal custody of my sister, which was not cheap or as simple as I thought it would be, but that's done and undoing that is not an option. My girlfriend does not work, and yes, I can afford to support both of them. Another comment here, she is trying to make you choose her over your sister. She's nuts, and you are far too young for settling for someone so backward. She has issues. OP says, this is almost word for word what my friend said. Another comment, dump the girlfriend, take parenting class, congratulate yourself on being a wonderful brother. Take sister out for ice cream and tell you love her. Okay,
best comment.
There is an update here, but
that comment wins because that's exactly what you should do. Dump girlfriend, take parenting class, congratulate yourself on being a wonderful brother, and then take your sister out for ice cream and tell her you love her.
3 days later. I'll begin with the easy part, a quick update. I drove to my ex's parents' house on Tuesday and took her the rest of her stuff. It started out pretty bumpy because her dad met me on the driveway and argued with me about what he sees as my sister being a spoiled brat and turned me against his daughter. Okay. Oh, I'm sure he got the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help her Bizzo. As soon as I started losing it and raising my voice, my ex ran out and sent him inside the house. I told her we're over and I'm moving on. She made some empty threats, but I just told her to do what she has to do and walked away. That night I took the suggestion repeated here to take my sister for ice cream and even apologize. She chose Frugos instead, as usual. So we went there and I explained how sorry I was and that I will be better. I told her that I totally believed her. She was happy to hear everything I had to say. Makes a huge difference to a child when you give a sincere apology, I could tell. She even texted a couple of her friends to gloat that my ex was gone. Okay, now the hard part. On Wednesday, I took her to the park to kick the soccer ball around and to have an overdue talk with her. I asked her about my ex and she told me that she was mistreated by her more than I knew about. She had a lot to say about her time at mom's house during the time when I was away. I don't know how hard it was for her when I enlisted and left. I didn't know. That was hard to hear. It was kind of a move to get myself out of a situation with zero thought of leaving her behind. The short version is that we have all failed her badly. She didn't say it, but just everything she has to say about how things have gone down around her made it clear. When I was first discharged, I got a good job working for the city, but I was drinking every weekend and my house was the hangout spot for my friends, and that's how I met my ex. I was even drinking a lot on the weeknights. I didn't immediately take my sister with me, even though I knew about how my mom was living. My wake-up call was when my sister called me because the cops were there looking for my mom to question her and her boyfriend. The 11-year-old called you to tell you the cops were there? Damn. That was when I finally cleaned up, rented a house close to my sister's school, and brought her to live with me. She doesn't remember that I waited so long to bring her to me. She remembers it as if I acted quickly, which is totally false. It makes me look way better than I was. It was really shocking and brutal to hear things from her perspective. She has been through more than I could have ever imagined. She's a very strong person. So definitely no more girlfriends for me for a long time. That was an emotionally expensive lesson to learn with everything that my sister had to go through while I was being blind and dumb. I'm gonna wait and literally become a monk until she's in college. She gets so many straight A's with some B's here and there. She has a bright future. Edit, I'm sure I'll date someday again. Right now I'm not ready, not even close. Might be a few months away from changing my mind, but a couple of years is more likely. Top comment on this, the story was 10 years ago and sister is now about OP's age from the original post. I hope they're doing well. Oh, the chance that she has to do well now because of OP is huge. Is huge.
Yeah, and I think it's important to remind everyone that when writing this was 10 years ago, he was 21. And I think for a 21-year-old to recognize this, he's still learning
that
too.
That never hit me. Never hit me that he was 21.
I mean, barely an adult and figuring it out. Clearly raised in the same situation. Like he said, he was trying to get out of it by enlisting. But I think to be able to see that, and I'm glad that he had to get tools out of the shed that day.
Yeah.
To be able to witness what he saw.
Otherwise, it would have gone so much longer, right?
Like he made a mistake, but he tried to course correct, and I really hope that they're doing well because it was posted in 2015.
Yeah, and you know what? That state of mind where you're like, "Fuck it, I'm done. I don't need to date, right? Like I've got everything I need." Hitting that point is a freeing point where you actually start to focus on the right things, and we've talked about this a lot, especially lately. That's when you start attracting the right kind of person, right? When you stop needing someone is when you can attract the right someone. And we both went through that. That's how we found each other.